Hello everyone, welcome to Mind Game with Ritvika. Today in this video, I will be previewing the third edition of the Women's Premier League. Regarding the venues and the schedule, WPL matches are set to be hosted at 4 venues: Baroda's Kotambi Stadium, Bengaluru's M. Chinnaswamy Stadium, Lucknow's Ekana Stadium, and Mumbai's Brabant Stadium. Bengaluru will host most matches 8, while Mumbai will host the knockout matches, including the final on 15th March. The WPL will kick off on February 14 with the host Gujarat Giants versus defending champion RCB. All matches start at 7:30 pm. Before I move on to the squad analysis and playing 11 predictions of each team, one of the biggest factors about this year's WPL is that it will be played in 4 venues. So the teams will have to adapt according to the situations and make significant changes in their 11, especially in the bowling. Now I will kick off the WPL squad preview with the defending champion RCB. After a disappointing first season, RCB's turnaround in the last season was nothing but valiant, or should I say very RCB-esque, with calculators in our hands. But unlike the men, the women won the title with some nerve-wracking performances in the knockouts. In the batting, with Divine's departure this time, RCB rather won't have any dilemma to play Danny White at the top with captain Smriti Mandhana. In the 100, we have seen how they complement each other, something that became a headache for RCB last time with trying multiple opening combinations. In the lower order, Ellis Perry will be the mainstay with the bat alongside Richa Ghosh. But with the comeback of Kanika Ahuja, the left-handed spin all-rounder will bolster the middle order as well as the bowling. In the spin department, there are some concerns as the Indian spin duo leg spinner Asha Shobna and off spinner Shriyanka Patil will be a must, but they haven't played that many games due to injuries. English off spinner Charlie Dean replaced injured Sophie Molyneux, who was the trump card for RCB in the last season. They only have one left-arm orthodox in Ekta Bisht, the veteran, who I am not sure will get any chances. So Aussie leg spinner Georgia Wareham will be playing a big role, but RCB has landed some good youngsters from the mini auction with Prema Rawat, an athletic fielder, attacking bat who can tonk big sixes, and leg spinner. If there are concerns around RCB's spin attack, RCB's pace department looks stronger this time with Joshita Vijay, the latest under-19 World Cup winning pacer, then Aussie pacers Kim Garth and Heather Graham in place of Divine and Kate Cross. And of course, Indian top pacer Renuka Singh Thakur is also there. But I think they will miss Perry's bowling with her injury concerns. But they released backup keeper Indrani Roy and don't have Shushma Verma or someone like Nandini Kashyap as a backup keeper. I thought in the mini auction teams would rather go after the keepers, but 3 out of the 5 teams have lone keepers only: RCB, GG and UPW. Now the question must be, can they defend the title? They have a dynamic squad with some big changes, but in my opinion this time they can't be able to defend their title, as I right now don't see the solidity. But can they finish in the top 3? I will tell that later in my end predictions. So here's my RCB 11. Smriti and Danny White to open. Now here's a toss-up between S. Meghana and the new recruit Raghavi Bisht, who had an impressive debut for India in the T20Is. Given Meghana's recent poor form in the domestics, RCB might go with Raghavi. Then Perry at 4, Kanika Ahuja at 5, Richa Ghosh the keeper at 6, Kim Garth or Heather Graham, there might be a toss-up. Then at 8, Georgia Wareham. At 9, Shriyanka Patil, then Asha Shobna and Renuka Singh Thakur. Mini auctions are crazy. It really makes some players crorepati out of nowhere due to the need for team combination, and Gujarat Giants have proved that yet again. In the last auction, they went for the pace all-rounder Kashvi Gautam, and this time they went for Shimran Sheikh, who earlier played for UPW and got released for not creating an impact. And she is as talented as Bharti Fulmali, who replaced injured Hurley in mid-season last year. So it's really about luck. But I am really happy for her. A player who comes from the biggest slum area Dharavi in Mumbai has been toiling hard in the domestics, and now a crorepati is a life-changing story. But Gujarat Giants still have a gap in quality in the Indian batters and the overseas batters. Unfortunately, their overseas batters too have been failing miserably, so the dependence in batting on the overseas batters will be there. The likes of Shimran Sheikh, Bharti Fulmali, and Dalan Hemlata don't give me hope with their inconsistency, but these batters can hit big, and I only wish for them to come good this time. Harleen is another prominent batter who has been in good form for India. Their overseas recruits look quality as always on paper with Beth Mooney, Litchfield, Gardner, and Woolward. Gardner will also captain this time, so let's see how that goes. But one thing I can say is that she will lead better than Mooney. Probably Harleen will be their vice captain to assist Gardner. Talking about positives of this team, the things that can bring them out of the fifth position are the addition of Deandra Doughtin and their bowling. Doughtin will open their batting with Mooney, I think, and will be a prominent pacer as well. The pace all-rounder Kashvi Gautam will finally get the opportunity to prove why she was such a costly player in the last auction after missing out on the last season due to injury. Two-time Under-19 World Cup winner pacer Shabnam Shakil will be a regular bowler this time after getting the opportunity last time so late. They also have Saili Sadgare, who recently debuted for India and made her mark with the ball. In the spin attack, they have the spin trio, the left-arm orthodox Tanuja Kanwar, who also debuted recently for India, then leg spinner Priya Mishra and captain Ash Gardner. If they plan well and play the right players, they can reach the third position this time, as they have a great attack of spin, which will assist them on tracks like Ekana. But I don't think they still can win the championship. So here's my Gujarat Giants 11. Doughtin and Mooney to open, Harleen at 3, Simran Sheikh at 4, Litchfield at 5, Hemlata, Dalan Hemlata at 6, Gardner at 7, Kashvi Gautam at 8, Tanuja Kanwar at 9, Shabnam Shakil and then Priya Mishra. Next, the curious case of the UP Warriors is what I would say, cause I don't know why they have been hell-bent on not choosing the right players for their team since the beginning. UPW replaced Alyssa Healy with West Indies pacer Chanel Henry when they needed someone like Heather Knight, or if they really wanted a pacer, they could go for Ireland's Orla Prendergast. But with Healy's departure, UPW can now play Grace Harris in every match. I feel Chamari Attopaddu's chances are lower to be in the 11 as her overseas league record is not so good. Let's see how the management sees it. They can send Grace Harris at the top too, as she plays in the WBBL as an opener, but the three Indian top order looks best to me, with Vrinda Dinesh, Uma Chetri and Kiran Navgire. Uma Chetri will keep this time. I am really excited to watch these three batters. Uma Chetri has been a regular in the Indian squad for past 1 year, whereas Vrinda Dinesh and Kiran Navgire had spectacular domestic seasons. Also, last season's MVP Deepti Sharma will lead the UP Warriors side. It's a bold decision, I would say, given they have Talia Magra, who is a more proven captain, but it will grow Deepti as a future leader and as a cricketer too. I am curious to see how she leads this team. But also with this decision, UPW will have flexibility in rotating the overseas players. For more spin options, they can drop Magra and play Chamari in the Ekana games. So it gives her flexibility. UPW's bowling this time looks very sharp. With the addition of leg spinner Alana King, they also have Eccleston and Deepti Sharma. Another exciting recruit for UPW is MP pacer Kranti Gaud. I am telling you, she is one of the players to watch out for this season. Kranti alongside India regular Saima Thakur and the left-arm pacer Anjali Sarvani comprise their pace attack. They also have good backup batting options in Arushi Goel, Poonam Khemnar and Shweta Shehrawat. And they also retained veteran left-arm orthodox Gauhar Sultana and Rajeshwari Gaikwad, but didn't retain a young leg spinner like Parshvi Chopra. So I was surprised in this aspect. I must say their squad this year got far more solid both in batting and pace department. Also, they have probably the best spin attack. So how far can UPW go this time? I have a bold prediction. Stay tuned for my predictions at the end of the video. So here's my UPW playing 11. Vrinda Dinesh and Uma Chetri to open, Kiran Navgire at 3, Talia Magra at 4, Grace Harris at 5, Alana King or Chanel Henry, then Deepti Sharma at 7, Sophie Eccleston at 8, Saima Thakur at 9, Kranti Gaud, and they can play either Rajeshwari Gaikwad or Gauhar Sultana or Anjali Sarvani. Now talking about the inaugural champion Mumbai Indians, they have the soundest top 5, I would say, comprising Hayley Matthews and Yastika at the top, followed by Natsivar Brunt and captain Harmanpreet Kaur and of course Amelia Kerr. One is the keeper, one is the captain, and the other 3 provide 12 overs of bowling, including their pacer Shabnim Ismail. It will be 16 overs of bowling are provided by their 4 overseas players only. But the trouble and instability start after the top 5. Left-arm orthodox Saika Ishaq came good in the first season, but she hasn't been the same. Sajana Sajeevan and Amanjot Kaur are still very little tested with the bat. Pooja Vastrakar's fitness and form are both questionable. And it's not that they don't have Indian options. Assam pacer Jintimani Kalita, who was impressive in the first season, can play ahead of Pooja. They roped in the talented under-19 keeper G. Kamalin, who can replace Yastika too if necessary. Their latest recruit Akshita Maheshwari is also good quick, what I have heard. Even they have a Chinaman bowler at their disposal in Amandeep Kaur. Their backup overseas signings in Chloe Tryon and Nadine de Klerk are also great. But Mumbai Indians are a team that will yet again reach the knockouts riding on their overseas players' contributions, which is something I am not a great fan of. This very over-dependency is the reason why they lost against RCB in the last year's semi-final. Anyway, here's my Mumbai Indians playing 11. Hayley Matthews and Yastika Bhatia to open, Nat Sivar at 3, Harmanpreet Kaur at 4, Amelia Kerr at 5, Sajana Sajeevan, then Amanjot Kaur. Then there can be a toss-up like Pooja Vastrakar, Jintimani Kalita, or maybe Akshita Maheshwari can be played as well. These are the 3 pacers, Indian pacers. And then at 9, you can go with Amandeep Kaur, the Chinaman bowler, or SB Kirtana is also a good leg spinner. Then at 10, Shabnim Ismail, and at 11, Saika Ishaq. Last but not least, Delhi Capitals are the team who have been the most consistent team throughout the 2 seasons, losing back-to-back 2 finals. Is Delhi still far away for Delhi? Let's find out. DC have a sound squad, but their bowling lacks variation. They are more of a pace battery comprising Shikha, Kaap, Sutherland, Arundhati Reddy and Titash Sadhu. It feels like an endless list and a good one. On the other hand, spin options lack sharpness and quality, I feel. And on top of that, they don't have a leg spinner. They released Poonam Yadav. And a lot will depend on veteran Aussie left-arm orthodox Jess Jonathan. I have very little faith in the likes of Radha Yadav or Minu Mani as spinners. I was also surprised that DC released Ashwani Kumari and Laura Harris, but they retained Sneha Deepti, who neither got a chance in the last 2 seasons, nor did she have a very good domestic season with the bat. But in the keeping, they got not 1 but 2 upgrades in Nandini Kashyap and Sara Bryce. On one side, when 3 teams don't have a backup keeper, DC have 3 keepers. The batting looks rock solid with Shafali and captain Meg Lanning at the top and Jamie, Sutherland, Kaap and Jonathan in the middle. In terms of recent form, Sutherland will be playing ahead of Capsey. They also got 2 new recruits in Charani and Under 19 World Cup in captain Eniki Prasad. One of the best things about women's cricket is that right now, due to the leagues all over the world, if you are a good player, your talent, potential and hard work in the domestics won't go unnoticed. Even if you don't make it to the national side, Delhi Capitals, Shikha Pandey and Jess Jonathan are prime examples of those who are playing across the globe, including WPL, without a national contract. On that note, I end my DC squad analysis, and here's my DC 11. Shafali Verma, Meg Lanning to open, then Annabelle Sutherland at 3, Jemima Rodriguez at 4, Marison Kaap at 5, then at 6, either Nandini Kashyap or Sara Bryce, at 7, Jess Jonathan, at 8, Minu Mani or Radha Yadav, 9, Arundhati Reddy, 10, Titash Sadhu, and at 11, Shikha Pandey. Now here comes my mega prediction, and do tell me yours. So my top 3 teams would be DC, MI and UPW, and here's the twist. I think DC versus UPW will clash in the finals, with DC winning the title this time. Sorry RCB fans, I don't think they can defend the title this time, but they might reach the knockouts. GG have a good team this season, but I still think they will struggle at best. They can reach the knockouts, same as RCB. My orange cap holder would be Shafali Verma. I really hope she will continue her domestic form. My purple cap holder would be Amelia Kerr. My MVP would be Marizan Kaap. And my emerging player of the year would be either Kashvi Gautam or Vrinda Dinesh. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much for watching this video.